Let's talk to him how he sees the contest from this constituency.
See, this is the first constituency which used to be the hot belt of militancy. After abrogation of Article 370, if you have seen recent parliamentary elections, people came out, youth came out and they cast their vote to their right representative. But unfortunately, the representative which we have at this point of time in North Kashmir, I'm particularly talking about North Kashmir, we don't have good representation at this point of time. Ji.
We are seeing that a lot of youth are taking part in the politics. Do you think that the ex-MLAs have not done the satisfactory work? That is why the youth are being forced to come in politics.
No, it's not like that. Ex-MLAs have not done anything. But after abrogation of Article 317, now youth is showing the resentment towards the government of India. The kind of suffocation, the kind of pain, the kind of feeling which youth have at this point of time is fantabulous. They just want to get politically empowered. They just want to politically participate in this election.
What are the issues that you think should have been solved but are still pending? What are these issues?
There are a lot of issues, lot of grievances. People of Jammu and Kashmir have been ignored from last 10 years. We were not having any kind of democracy. So if my fundamental rights got snatched, right to freedom of expression, अगर किसी ने भी बात मतलब चाही करने के लिए, तो God knows which destination he have been taken. जी.
How do you see the entry of Engineer Rashid after he has been released? It is being seen, it is being said that the political dimensions have changed, particularly in North. How do you see his entry?
See, when they were campaigning before parliamentary elections, his son, namely Abrar, he used to campaign jail ka badla vote se, tihar ka badla vote se. So people got a bit emotional. But I mean to say, people should understand the right vote. But yes, when people came out, when his son said, Tihar ka badla vote se, jail ka badla vote se, people got a bit emotional. They cast their vote to Engineer Rashid Saab. But after that, when Engineer Rashid Saab got released, he promised that I'll go to every jail and I'll get my people back. I'll get my people out of jail. But unfortunately, when he landed in Srinagar airport, he directly went to South Kashmir for campaigning. So that means we should understand it. He's hungry for power. वो इकदार की लड़ाई है, वो अब चीफ मिनिस्टर बनने की कोशिश कर रहा है.
We have seen here the contest is very tough. Where do you see PDP in this election?
No, PDP is always on ground. See, if I am with PDP, I'm with PDP by conviction. When I said conviction, that means that I love the ideology of Mufti Saab, late Mufti Saab. So PDP in Jammu and Kashmir, PDP, particularly in South Kashmir, has swept. And if we will talk of North Kashmir, let's see.
If you get succeed, what are the things that you will prioritize? What are the issues that you will focus on?
Firstly, my fundamental rights, I would love to save them, and my youth is my priority. Our hospital is in shambles after abrogation of Article 370, and they are talking about the development. When we see the ground reality, the development doesn't lie there. So, if I'll be elected as an assembly member, of course, yes, I will definitely work for my people. I will work for the employment. I will work for the hospitals. I will work for the education sector, which is ignored from last so many years.
We have seen the manifesto of PDP. Besides that, what will you give to your people if you get success?
See, my youth is at this point of time, they are involved in drugs. So I'll get a rehabilitation center for them. I just want to educate my youth because of the following reasons. I'll describe you 2, 3 reasons. One reason I'll put it out here is the kind of education which private school is providing. It is accepted to us. The same education is not provided by the government schools. So what I will do is, if I'll be elected as this assembly member, what I will do is I'll at par the same. जो एक प्राइवेट स्कूल के बच्चे को एजुकेशन मिलती है, वो शायद गवर्नमेंट स्कूल में नहीं मिलती है. तो मेरा यही सबसे बड़ा काम होगा कि मैं उसको एट पार कर लूँ. हॉस्पिटल्स जो हमारी हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम इज आवर फंडामेंटल राइट. सो नोबडी कैन स्नैच दिस राइट फ्रॉम अस. हेल्थ केयर सिस्टम को स्ट्रॉन्ग करने के लिए हमारा पैरामेडिक स्टाफ होना चाहिए, हमारे 24/7 आवर्स ICU चलना चाहिए. बेस्ट टेक्निक्स, बेस्ट टूल्स को मैं इम्प्लीमेंट करने की कोशिश करूँगा.
In Lok Sabha election, there were few who were saying that PDP is over. But again, we have seen the statements from Mehbooba Mufti. She is saying that the PDP will be the kingmakers. How do you see this?
When Umar Abdullah Saab issued a statement that People's Democratic Party lies nowhere, ignorance at it speak, arrogance at it speak. But of course, yes, he should understand it. उसका दोगलापन कितना है. उसने पहले बोला कि अगर मैं इलेक्शन लड़ूंगा, मैं इलेक्शन नहीं लड़ूंगा क्योंकि अगर मैं इलेक्शन लड़ता हूँ तो मुझे एक चपरासी को लगाने के लिए, टू गेट पियोन अपॉइंटेड, आई हैव टू गेट द अप्रूवल फ्रॉम द लेफ्टिनेंट गवर्नर. सो आप इसका दोगलापन ये देख लीजिए कि एक दिन एक बात बोलता है, दूसरे दिन दूसरी बात बोलता है. तो एक दिन उसने ये बोला कि मैं कोई इलेक्शन कंटेस्ट नहीं करूंगा, आज तो दो दो सीट्स पे उसने लड़ा.
In Sopor, is it NC versus PDP or is it NC or some other parties who are in the race?
No, see, NC and Congress have aligned, but unfortunately, I don't understand what kind of alliance it is. Same day in same location, Rahul Gandhi is coming and Umar Abdullah is coming. If it is the alliance, then why Rahul Gandhi and Umar Abdullah is coming in the same location for the campaigning? National Conference is going to campaign on the one side of the coin. On the other side of the coin, it is Rahul Gandhi who is campaigning for Congress. If it is alliance, how is it possible that both the leaders are coming in Sopor and campaigning for the people?
So, what will be your message to your people?
My message to my people will be only just vote for me, cast your vote to such a representative who is God-fearing, trustworthy, and who will work for you, who will work for the betterment of Sopor.
Where do you see yourself in Sopor?
I can't say anything at this point of time. See, past is history and future is mystery. I live in present and I'm putting my 100% efforts. I have given sleepless nights as well. I'll work till the last drop of my blood. But of course, yes, if I'll be elected, and definitely some sort of change will happen.